here, there's a few gotchas. This is 373 is the one we're doing today. And before that, you have to do 371. So you have a Velociraptor server, and it's connected to a client here. And your client, if you look in services, is running the Velociraptor service here. And therefore, it will be possible to control it from here if I click on that. So, first we're going to infect the Windows machine with this product. So I copy this URL and I download that thing inside the Windows machine. All right, there it is. It looks like I already had one. All right. And now it's extract all with malware. Run bginfo as administrator. Okay. So I extract this. Extract all. Extract. The password is malware. Then I run this as administrator. All right. And I'm just going to cancel it. It should have done its evil by now. And now this machine should be under control and sending network traffic off. And so it's going to be, we're going to investigate it. So we connect to the client. And now we're going to run this one, Network Packet Capture, which is unfortunately a Microsoft tool and a very good one. Microsoft has an internal packet capturing tool, but it captures packets in a sort of screwy way. So when you launch this one, I don't think I need to change parameters. No, launch it without change. The first time you run it, it starts the network collection. Then I think you have to run it again to stop it. Yep. So it started. Now I want to wait 30 seconds. It's 2:00. Let's see. I don't think I have any seconds available. Oh, down here, it looks like I have something. 8. Yeah, that's seconds. Okay, so 08:59. So I'll wait till 9:30. That'd be at least 30 seconds. And then I'm going to run it again, unchecking start trace. Now I'm going to have to get the path to my trace file, which I'll find in the results of this one. So here, this is the ETL file, which is the Microsoft packet capture file. And I want to copy it, which somehow it's giving me trouble copying in this. I'll use Command C, that might work. System temp nettrace.etl. Now it's been long enough. Okay, I'm going to run the same thing again. Packets, Windows Network Capture, now parameters. I'm stopping a trace, and that's the trace file. There, I launch this one, that will stop the trace, and upload the results, which will be, unfortunately, in a Microsoft format, which you can't open in Wireshark. So this time I should get an uploaded files when this is done. Looking at the log, it's working. Don't see any errors. Windows waiting for rows. Okay, it's getting data. Okay, doing something. It's done. Okay, good. So now I go to uploaded files, and here I have an ETL file, and here I have a PCAP, which should open in Wireshark, but in my experience, it never seems to. Velociraptor seems to have a bug where it does not correctly convert ETLs to PCAPs. When you try to open it in Wireshark, it will generally complain and say it can't open it. Yep, the capture file appears to be damaged or corrupt. This is annoying, and it's been this way for years. I don't know what's wrong with Velociraptor. They don't fix it. But when that happens, you can fix it on a Windows machine with this tool, ETL2 Keycap NG. That's why I wanted to demonstrate this one, because it can be annoying. So let's get this. It's a Windows tool. I couldn't find a Linux version or Mac version of this tool. So we download that tool. Download this thing, which is the exe. That's what I want. All right, so it's in my downloads folder, and now I have to run it. Wait, what's going on here? Oh, somehow this thing is skipped down too far. There. I have to run it. That's right. I remember it's pretty densely down. So if I look in downloads, no, I think it's just right here. So I don't, yeah, there it is in exe. So let me just use a command prompt. Let's see if this thing's going to work. I'm a little confused. I expected to get a whole bunch of different versions in folders. Oh, this is some kind of not a real command prompt. Okay, now, all right, let's cd downloads. And now dir et star dot star. Okay, I have this thing, ETL2. It runs. Okay, it's right here. So I don't need to have this long path. And then I want to find this one here and put it in trace.pcapng. So this part has not changed, but the launching part has changed. So it's just this. And then this. Whoa, get out of here. There. That should work. Failed with 5. Okay, let's do a dir of C, Windows, system, temp, net traces. Oh, there is no net traces. That's the problem. Okay. I seem to be in trouble. Let's see what's in here then. I need administrator command prompt. That's what's wrong. Okay. All right. And this being Windows 11, it will not let me open an administrator. The only thing I can open an administrator is terminal, because they have to keep anything to drive us all nuts. Okay, now I can go into downloads. Now I can do ETL, and that should still be in my, there. That should be the path. Let's see if it works now. It wrote 849 frames. It worked. Okay, now I have this thing called trace.pcapng, and I can open it here. If I have I do have Wireshark. All right. So we'll do it inside this Windows machine just to be make it easier. Let's get rid of this garbage. Down there it is, trace.pcap. All right. Now that once you get in there, then you can find the user agent. You find the beacons going home. The beacons are HTTP, and they're actually HTTP gets. HTTP might narrow it down enough. Yep, HTTP narrows it down enough. There's a get. I kind of wonder if it's supposed to look that ugly. No, it's supposed to be showing get report.php, so I did not get the good stuff in this trace, which is a little disturbing. Let me just run Wireshark locally and see if this machine is in fact properly infected. Wireshark, Ethernet, all right, and now HTTP. It should be sending a beacon out every 30 seconds. Perhaps I didn't successfully infect it by running bginfo in that folder. Once again, I don't have any clock with a second hand anymore. I wonder if there's any way to... Oh, there. That's not it. Oh, I wonder if Windows Defender killed my my malware. I may have to turn it off again because it just did an update. I'm thinking that is probably the case. So let's check the Windows Defender. Virus and threat protection. Probably I need to turn off real-time protection. That was here in the instructions, and I thought it was already done. Turn off tamper protection under exclusions, and turn off cloud delivered protection. All right, let's see. Settings. Turn off real-time. It looks to me like the stuff that was supposed to be off was actually off. Cloud delivered, sample submission, tamper protection, and exclusions. I think it's already excluding C. Let's see. It is already excluding C, so I don't think that was it. Microsoft Crypto API. That's OSCP, that weird thing. All right, somehow I did not successfully get this thing infected. Let me try again. It was download this file, extract all security, then run bginfo64 is all you should have to do. So something went wrong. Downloads. There should be a folder named security. Let's see if I can get this thing to view. Okay, now there are the, okay. Okay, now they're sorted. There it is, security. Okay. There it is. I should be able to cancel this. That should have done it. Now, one possibility is that this folder not being named security might be the problem. It's named security 1 for some reason, because I somehow already had this thing downloaded or something. That might be the problem. And F2 should rename. Let's try changing this folder to security. Okay, that might be it. I might have hard-coded a path like that. Let's try this again. Although I doubt it. There, I just saw it open a box behind there, which is what was supposed to happen. That should have done the request. All right, let's wait 30 seconds. Some students have done this successfully. Well, maybe I'm going to have to stop this and try again when I figure out what I'm doing wrong. This malware does not seem to run. Did any of you people succeed in doing this on Windows? Wait, there it went. I think it just opened the box and did it. But I don't see anything being sent. Right. Well, so much for this. I'll give up. Somehow nothing is working, and I don't see the problem. Wait, it's TCP stream. That's the problem. Let's try HTTP. This might be okay. There it is. It's running now. Okay, good. This is the get report. Okay, I just needed to filter for HTTP. All right, so it's working. Anyway, the malware is working, and I just didn't have my malware installed before, so you would be able to do this, so it might be all right. Anyway, that's what you do. I've demonstrated how to do it wrong as well as how to do it right to some extent. And so then you're done. Now, the DNS cache, I found out something which is pretty interesting. The DNS cache was always empty on my machine. And I found out if you change your DNS server to an external server, it stops that. This is a weird thing about Windows 11. So anyway, you will be able to preserve the DNS cache. Let's see what happens on this one. If I go to my Velociraptor and I get the DNS cache, this is normally a very useful tool because it shows you what's been happening in the last few minutes on this machine. But it only seems to work when you have, there we are. This is what you should see because I think I already set that machine to use an external DNS server. So you see a nice list. Here it's going someplace, adder.arpa, URL lib, YouTube, various things are here, and there's 91 entries. So you get all the things it's been doing recently. And for here, you want to find the one that's security report, which might be a bit of hard to find digging through all this, but it'll be in there somewhere. If I show 50 on a page, that'll make it easier. And then I could just search for security. And there it is, security report, samsclass.info, there's the DNS record. So, all right. Anyway, that's a good one. And it works now that I found the problem. This one here is Yara, which is, so now that you know that the malware phones home to a domain name containing the word security report, that means that word should be in the malware. So files that are part of this attack should contain that word. Whoops, I didn't want to do a search, I just want to do a copy. All right, so let's run Windows search Yara. Windows search Yara, there we go, and put in this rule. All right, and now I only want to do exe files to make it faster, not PHP and such. So do that, and I guess I could get rid of the parentheses, doesn't really matter. All right, and then run this. And that should search the whole hard drive. If you look at the logs, it'll show you all the files it's searching with these paths. This is what a raw disk access through the NTFS thing looks like, // ./C. This is going directly to it as an NTFS object. And so it's going to search all the files on the box, which will take a minute or so. And the end result will be there is only one file in the box that has that term, and it is the one we know about, the one that's executing here. securitytest.exe. All right. And then you can use Sysmon. And if you use Sysmon on ARM, this took me a while to figure out, you have to download a special version of Sysmon, Sysmon A, and you have to rename it Sysmon to make it run. And you have to manually install it. The automatic install in Velociraptor only works on Intel processors, but then you can run Sysmon, and you'll get these Sysmon events. Sysmon is your best friend. I'm going to demonstrate more of it next time. Sysmon takes the Windows event logs and boils them down to understandable events in about 12 categories, like launching a file, starting a process, and so on. This is launching a process. Anyway, you'll find you'll find proof here that it launches this thing on a regular basis. Parent command line. Right, here's the one. Here it is launching at 2:13 and 2:14 and 2:15, 12 seconds after. So this shows it's a scheduled task launching every minute. And that means you can now use Task Scheduler to see the scheduled tasks. And if you do that, you'll find it as a scheduled task. And then you can do hunts. Hunts are what you really use Velociraptor for. Hunts are where you take a whole bunch of requests and bundle them together and then send them off. So you select them one by one and end up with several events here. Install Sysmon, do the Event Hunter, do Task Scheduler and DNS Cache. This is what you would do after you get a set of indicators of compromise. You take all the requests that gather all of those and make a hunt, and then you send the hunt to your fleet, whatever portion of your fleet of machines you want to go to. All of these put together. And then it'll run all of them and give you all those results. So it's a good thing. All right. That's what I wanted to show you. I'm going to stop this recording.